there's a particular makeup look spiraling around TikTok, Instagram at the minute. This makeup look is trending. Well, this picture particularly, I feel like it is the it girl makeup at the minute. So I'm going to recreate it. I'm going to start, oh no actually, I was going to start with the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. This is the illuminating one, but I don't think I'm going to prime, like if I was to prep my skin with skincare and stuff, but I'm going to be using like a couple of base products anyway. So I feel like if I'm going to use the Enquiries from Be Perfect, this wee glow illuminator, luminous multi-use radiant glow, this. And I'm also going to mix it with the Fine concealer. This is one of the medium shades. It's in the shade 15. I'm also going to use it to spot conceal as well. Now I have to say I have really good skin, and I always say that my secret to my skin is having a skincare routine and not sticking to it. But if you can hear in my voice, I'm still sick. I'm still really sick. But my skin has been going through it. It's so bad at the minute, but that's always the way, right? And then a couple pumps of the Be Perfect. Looking at this picture, I have it screenshotted here on my phone. It seems to be quite matte on the skin, apart from there's a wee bit of highlight on the tip of the nose, there's a bit of glow in the center of the forehead, but the cheeks are quite matte. So I'm not too sure. And then obviously like a beautiful, see that lip? That lip is so not me, but it's beautiful. It's really nice, like nudie pink glossy lip. I was also going to use the Graph foundation, but I feel like this is just enough of my base. And I do not know why I have left out so many cream and liquid products. Can you believe I've had this since it launched and I've never used it? This is the Pink Honey X Cariad collaboration. So this is the baby pink corrector. This is the corrector, right? I'm pretty sure it is. So I'm going to use just like a wee tiny bit of that just to act as my concealer, let's just say. And then I'm going to go in with, oh, so, right, okay, so I think I know what's going on here. So this is also a baby pink. So this is like the baby pink collection. I think it was the latest one, or the medium one maybe? I'm actually not too sure. And then also the pink blush. I'm going to use quite a big brush to blend this. This is actually really pretty, you know. Don't know why I haven't used it before. I'm going to take another pink liquid blush. This is by Maeva Mitchell, Sweet Cheeks. Holy frig. Okay, this is a wee bit more pink. Honestly, I have been really gravitating towards pinker blushes recently. Maybe not pink like this pink, but more of like a rosy pink, you know? Oh, beautiful. And especially for this time of year, absolutely stunning. I feel like any type of blush, spring and summer, is absolutely beautiful anyway, whether it's like a coral or a peach or orange, pink, rose. Oh, it's just a blushy season. I feel like I left out so many products that I was going to use and I'm not using them. The Colourpop. What actually is this? It's their new like liquid highlighter, the wee glow drops. I've been absolutely loving this one. It's the Petalite one. I think that's why I've been gravitating towards a pinker cheek or a pinker cheeker, a pinker blush on the cheeks these days because this wee highlighter just complements the pink really nicely. I'm going to try the She Glam, what actually is this called? Sun Sculpt Liquid Contour. So I know it says contour, but I did make sure to get a shade that was a wee bit warmer because I obviously don't necessarily contour or anything, I just like to bronze. Whoa, this is really liquidy. So let me see. So this is the shade Warm Honey. Okay, do you know what? Have I worked with this type of formula before? I really don't know. But I'm going to just do a couple of dots and then go in and blend. Oh, shit. Do you know what I just realised and what I've done? gonna grab a sponge. Do you know, I've honestly, maybe I have and I can't remember, but I've yet to try a product from Shea Glam that I've genuinely thought to myself, no, this isn't it. This is a really bad product. Let me see. Do you know, I realised that I've just done, I usually do my base, my concealer, cream bronze, and then go in with my blush, whereas I've just done it completely wrong. So I feel like I'm going to be covering my blush with this bronzer. That colour looks quite scary, you know, but you see once you start to blend it out, the colour actually doesn't look too bad. It's a really, it's a perfect colour. It definitely is a really nice, like, warm bronzing colour. The formula of it is lovely. The fact that it was so liquidy kind of scared me a wee bit as well. Sometimes if a product is too thin, it kind of scares me. If it's too thick, it kind of scares me. I'm just looking for the right consistency. So Stanley had her wee birthday party. Well, she didn't really have a birthday party. I basically made her and Sadie their cake on Saturday, and then I got them a wee candle and lit it and let them have their wee birthday cake. If you don't know what I'm talking about my cat. My cat and her sister turned 1 because I'm cat sitting at the minute because my mum is in Prague. So it was perfect timing. So it just meant that I had 2 cats on their birthday. So it was, yeah, it definitely was great timing actually. So I just made them like a wee cake and everything. If you have me on Instagram, you'll see the posts that I put up, but I'll put up a couple of pictures here just so you can see them. But I was so proud of that cake. How nice is that? I was honestly thinking to myself, what a business idea. Like, £20 a pop, £20 a cake. So I was going to vlog making the cake, and I was going to also vlog on the Sunday, like giving them the cake, lighting the candle and everything, but I was honestly still so sick. I'm just about starting to not sound as nasally. I still have no taste. Basically my smell and my taste has disappeared, which that arrived on Friday. Great time for the weekend, right? Where I wouldn't be able to taste any takeaways that we get. Honestly, it was torture. But no, like I still can't really taste or smell anything. I just, like you see whenever you're like not well, like really not well, you're in the mood to do nothing. I'm not joking. And you're just, the last thing you want to do is turn on a camera and be nice to people. Nah, and just be pleasant. Came across these 2 blushes from Colourpop in my drawers and thought these look nice. So I have Big Reveal and this one that I can't pronounce. I'm thinking more this one. This one's pretty, but it's a wee bit too bright and like neon maybe. Yeah, we'll leave that one for now. So Big Reveal. This one here. So obviously, as I had mentioned there, I'm keeping my mum's cat, who just so happens to be Stanley's sister, because she's away in Prague at the minute. I have kept Sadie here before many times, but that was before they had got spayed, so they weren't actually outside together. So this was the first time that I was going to be looking after Sadie and she was going to be outside. Anytime I was letting them out, I was letting them outside together, and like Stanley is only ever outside for like maybe an hour, and then she'll come back in, and then later on that evening she'll be out again. I was kind of thinking that of course Sadie would be okay. She's not going to get lost, she's a cat, she'll find her way back home, right? They're not silly. And I feel like with female cats, they don't go far. That could be something I just heard or a myth, but apparently female cats, like, they don't go far. So obviously that was more of a peace of mind. But it was Saturday evening, let them both out, hours had gone past and couldn't find Sadie. Sadie hadn't appeared. I was out the back shouting on her, shaking the bag of treats. No. She of course eventually appeared, right? I'm not going to do a bit of bronzing with the Vive bronzer. But Sunday evening, so this was the day after, Sunday evening, I had let the 2 cats out, and this was maybe about 6 o'clock, let's just say. Sadie did not appear home until yesterday morning because I had to go looking for her. Basically, she didn't come home. I genuinely was thinking the worst, as you do, right? You know, like you have an animal or you have a pet, or you know, like it goes missing or it doesn't come home early enough, or I don't know. Even as a parent to a human, you always assume the worst, right? So I started to really panic before I went to bed that evening. Like I'd stayed up really late to see if she just would have appeared at the door, but it got to like 2 o'clock in the morning, or no, sorry, it was like 1:30. Kyle is up at 6 in the morning. He'll get her in a couple of hours time. Obviously once Kyle got up, I got up with him, went straight down to the back door. Was she there? Was she fuck? So I actually ended up going back to bed. And then at like 9 a.m. I got up again. Was she there? No. I had to like hop on shoes, tracksuit bottoms, and like by this stage it was pelting down. It was lashing down. It was, the weather was absolutely awful. Basically there's like a street behind us and that's where she was. And she was like in the bushes, all huddled up. She was soaking wet. And like she wouldn't come to me at all. You would honestly think that I was being bad to her or something, but she wouldn't come to me at all. So I had to like grab her by like the scruff of the back of the neck. You know the way like some people like lift their cats like by the back of the neck? That really just, that's so cruel. I know it doesn't hurt them, apparently, but that's how I had to grab her. It was the worst thing ever because obviously like if it was Stanley, it's my cat, my problem. But looking after someone's cat and losing their cat, I was honestly trying to figure out ways that I can tell my mum that I've lost her cat. I'm actually going to take one of these glow powders. So I've actually 3 here, so I'm going to show you 3 different options. So what I mean by a glow powder is like, this is the Laura Mercier translucent powder, but it's the glowy version. They're just a really beautiful powder to just bounce back the skin, add a wee bit of like an angel in disguise glow. The skin just looks ethereal and just healthy. Just like a really nice, luminous, lit from within glow without looking sparkly or glittery or too heavy or too much, like an actual highlight. So this is the Laura Mercier one, and if I take a wee bit on my hand, and you know, like it's still translucent, the powders are still translucent, but it just gives the skin such a beautiful like film of glow. And then a cheaper like drugstore alternative is the Revolution Pro Goddess Glow Finishing Powder. It just makes the skin look radiant. It definitely does have more of a golden shift to it. But one I really like is this one from Sigma. I got this on Beauty Bay, I think. But this is the Beaming Glow Illuminating Powder and it's in the shade Fairy Dust. Like that's perfect, that's literally what it is, it's like fairy dust. With this one from Sigma, there definitely is more of, you can definitely see it more. I'm gonna kind of blend it a wee bit. I definitely put quite a lot on, but you see what I mean? The difference in the 2 sides of my hand there, the way it just makes the skin just look a wee bit more radiant, and it catches the light, like whatever way you turn your face, it catches the light beautifully. I might actually try the one from Laura Mercier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get like a fluffy brush and swirl my brush round in the lid. I'm not going to touch whatever is in the pan, the pot, and just want a wee bit from what's on the lid. And just really light pressure. I'm going to dust this up the centre of the forehead and down the nose. So this is Brink by Colourpop. Okay. Reason I picked this lip liner is because it's like my lips but better type of colour. It's a wee smidgen darker. So I also brought it down quite a bit and I'm now going to give it a bit of a smudge just at the edges. And then a gloss. So I've left it to it here. I've just got the Clear Luxe Lip Oil from Colourpop, and then this one, Ticklish. So it's like a really pale peach. For the eyes, I'm going to take this Miss Glam Showstopper palette. I'm going to take one of these shades here. This shade here. And so I'm just going to be applying this one shade just all over the lid, mainly within the crease, upper crease, brow bone, etc. Because we're going to be cutting the crease, so trying to keep it quite high, and then also bringing it over and joining it to your nose contour if you contour your nose. I'm just using the eyeshadow to just go down my nose. Right. I was kind of thinking that we could cut the crease slightly with just a shadow. Don't really feel like I need to go in with a bit of concealer and make it too heavy. So I'm going to try... Oh. No, I'm just going to use this palette. I'm not going to make it awkward. I'm going to try this shade first. I'm going to take this on a Made by Mitchell brush. One of these ones. See, while those wee lashes are drying, I forgot that I was going to say I was going to show you Sadie. So let's go and see where she's at. She's honestly so cute, but she's a wee bitch. Sadie! There you are! Hi, pet. Hi, darling. It's so funny as well, you know, because this is Stanley's bed. This is the bed that Stanley always sleeps on whenever I'm upstairs filming. And then I always bring it downstairs in the evening time for her to sleep on. But you see, since Sadie has been here, Stanley hasn't got looking near this. So like, it sounds so bad, but I have no idea where Stanley has been sleeping at night. Obviously in the kitchen. That's where she sleeps, that's where they all sleep. She has a couple of beds, okay? And she has like a wee hammock and everything, so she has plenty to lie on. But I just find it so funny. Is that right, darling? You've been stealing Stanley's bed. Oh yes, Auntie Emma's. Okay, lashes are on and I still wasn't really feeling that lip, so I'm going to take the Colourpop Lip and Cheek Balm. This is in Heart's Content. How perfect is this, right? These are actually really pretty, like on the lips and the cheeks. I find that sometimes products like this, they're advertised as a multi-use product, but most of the time we only actually use them for like either for the lips or for the cheeks. But I find with these from Colourpop, I do use them on my lips and my cheeks. They look really nice, but especially on the lips. Really nice on the lips. They're definitely like a balmy texture, yes, so sometimes I feel like why am I doing that? Sometimes I feel like they're maybe a wee bit too slick for the cheeks, but you see for the lips, perfect. And this is just going to give it a wee tinge, let's just say, a wee kiss of pink, because I feel like that's what it's missing, right? And then a wee bit more gloss on top just to give that shine. Just not sold on the lips. Oh, mustn't do that. I seen this TikTok the other day and it was of this girl saying, influencers need to stop doing this. Oh my god. And I was like, oh. Guilty. It's just so funny how like people get so triggered by influencers. Like, God forbid But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.